When I was a little girl, we lived with my grandmother, and my grandmother used to sew. And she had a box that she would put old clothes in for rags. And I would go and just take the clothes out and cut them up and sew them, hand sewing. And then when I was about first or second grade, she taught me how to sew with a sewing machine. And that was from, been given that by her sister. And that was from about 1911 because the trademark marks on the plate, needle plate, went up to 1911 and stopped. So we figured it was from then. So I sewed with my grandmother when I was a little girl. When I had children in about 1985, I had sewn, all those years. And when my kids were little, we used to go to this quilt shop where it was okay for you to bring babies to because they had a box of toys. And one day, one of the women who worked at the shop said, "Listen, I'm president of a quilting guild, and you should come to the meeting. You would really enjoy it." And I went and I joined the guild and started becoming active in the guild. And the thing to have was a Bernina and a featherweight. So that's when I started learning about Berninas. Well, my first I got my first Bernina when Brian and I had been married for 15 years. That was my anniversary present from him. And before then, I'd had not very good machines, and I would free motion quilt and the needle would break, and I was fighting with them a lot. And I started using my Bernina and submitting my quilts to quilt shows and started winning some, minor ribbons. But the Bernina really improved my ability to free motion quilt because it's a smooth machine, and just to sew because it runs well, and it was a pleasure to use. So I enjoyed it. Well, Bernina's, the quality is always good. The machine runs smoothly. It's like if it was a car, it would be a Mercedes-Benz or, a really well-made car that runs forever and runs well. And that's how I think of using a Bernina. It's a quality thing. It makes me feel good while I'm using it, and I enjoy just sitting and using the machine. Well, I enjoy meeting the students when I teach free motion quilting, I try to use a Bernina. I wait till somebody walks in with one and then use that. And then Bernina brings the teachers together every so often, and it's really nice because I get to meet the people that I'm working with now, and then I've met the people that were writing books when I first started quilting. And so it's like meeting everyone on my bookshelf. And so I enjoy that. And I enjoy knowing that when I'm using a Bernina, when I'm teaching, I know how the machine's going to operate. Even, it doesn't have to be one that I own or have ever owned, but they all work similarly. So there's a nice comforting thing to be able to set that up for free motion quilting and work on it without worrying about it.